Ladies and gentlemen, one and only Maryam Namazie.
It's fantastic to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. It means so much that you're all here. And I hope you had a wonderful time. You know, it's important to celebrate the 5th anniversary of the Council of Ex-Muslims. Oftentimes we're asked, why ex-Muslim? Isn't this a sort of unnecessary provocation? Well, it's a provocation, yes. Unnecessary, no. Islamists will tell us this all the time. They say, don't say you're an apostate, don't invite others to apostasy, and there need be no killings. And seriously, if anyone believes that, and trust me, there are so many people that still do, Lloyd just talked about a whole lot of them, they'll say, don't provoke, don't offend, don't criticize Islam, Sharia law, the veil, and no one needs to get hurt. If anyone believes that, then they still don't understand Islamism, this far-right medieval movement. This movement needs no excuses. If you're a girl going to school in Afghanistan, you're met with acid in your face or food poisoning. If you're Hamza Kashkari, a 23-year-old journalist in Saudi Arabia, for tweeting about Muhammad and about how women's status in Saudi Arabia is the same as being in hell, they won't need to go to hell twice, who's now facing execution as a result. If you're Hilat Rashid, a journalist in the Maldives, whose throat was cut recently, who's in hospital right now, merely for his writings on Islam. If you're atheist Alex An in Indonesia, who's now been sentenced to 2.5 years in prison just for saying there is no God on Facebook. And his case is being appealed. Why? Because the sentence is not long enough, according to the Islamists. Not long enough. And just recently, the 20th of June, is an anniversary in Iran where an entire generation was slaughtered by this regime. Many of them went for 1-minute trials, were asked if they believed in God. When they said no, they were sent to the firing squads. And their families were forced to pay for the bullets that cost the government to shoot them. Many of them, their bodies were never handed over to their families, and they were buried in mass graves. These Islamists need no excuses. Of course, in this favorable climate for them of multiculturalism and cultural relativism, where all values and beliefs seem to be equal and equally valid, and of course for Western public consumption, they like to blame their victims and the dissenters for their barbarity. Yet we are the aggressive atheists, and sometimes we're even compared to the Taliban. But we are the ones who are getting killed, who are being threatened, and who are being imprisoned. A lot of us in this country, we're not even talking about Iran or Iraq or Afghanistan, can't even say we are ex-Muslims and atheists. Yet we are accused of denying people's right to religion. Nonsense! We are fighting for a corresponding right to be free from religion. And anyway, religion in the state, in the educational system, in the judicial system of Sharia law, which is nothing but an injustice system. It has nothing to do with personal religious beliefs and everything to do with political power. And this point of political power is crucial. The Council of Ex-Muslims means a lot and means different things to different people. For some, it is a support network, a meetup group, a forum. For others, it is a helping hand, helping to obtain the right to asylum. A recent case we had of a Sudanese woman who was sent back to Sudan by her father for being disobedient and for being an atheist, and who we managed to help return to Britain. It is many things to many people. It is an organization that opposes cultural relativism and multiculturalism, that is opposed to identity politics, that demands universal rights and secularism for everybody. But please don't forget that before anything else, the Council of Ex-Muslims is a political organization and a political challenge to Islamism and the political Islamic movement. It is meant to shock and provoke. Throughout history, that is how barbarity has been pushed back, not by tiptoeing around it, not by appeasing it, not by tolerating it, and certainly not by being pragmatism. Pragmatism never changed the world, but challenging and standing up to reaction and barbarity always has changed the world, and that is what we intend to do. Thank you.
Yeah.